Hello and welcome back. It's Lori with Giggle Girl Arts. Today I'm sharing the video footage of putting together the 5 days Easter 2022 journal. Here I am showing some of the different things I've put together and trying to figure out where each one is going to go. So if this is your first time here, welcome. Or if you're returning, welcome back. And I want to say greetings and giggles to Dorothy Keelty, Denise at PaperKraftD, Creative Nana, aka Sheila, and Sandra Shenko. Thank you ladies so much for leaving comments on my channel. I really appreciate the support. All right, so now I am continuing to work on the journal. I am starting the inside cover. I had decided to go with a wallpaper cover that came from Bonnie. So Bonnie, thank you so much for this wallpaper. I don't think I've actually used wallpaper for a cover previously, so this is my first time. I have to say that I learned about putting together a wallpaper journal and reinforcing it from DearJulieJulie. So, hi Julie, if you're watching. And this journal that I'm putting together is part of a collaboration that was done by DearJulieJulie and Cara Brandon. Any information that you would like to know about this collaboration, I'll have down below in the description box. I know right now that Julie has all of the items in her, all of the digital items in her shop on sale. So make sure I will provide links to both Cara and Julie's Etsy store. So make sure you go and check both of these great artist digital kits out. All right, now I am continuing to make pages, and what I'm doing here is trying out different things that I may want to use, and I'm making specific places for items, that different elements and ephemera that is going in the journal that I had made previously on the 5 days. I'm just adding some little decorations, a stopper to keep this bookmark in place, and moving on to the next page that came from Cara Supplemental Kit. I'm adding it to the back of a scrapbook piece of paper. It's really lovely. It has all kinds of florals, and it's just a fun page to use. I'm adding some of the previously made embellishments, and if you want to see those, I'll have a link up in the iCards and also at the end of the video for my playlist for sharing all of these items. All right, now I'm getting ready. I'm fixing a journal card. I had made a pocket, but I didn't cover up the pencil marks and they were hard to erase. So I just pulled that ribbon off, stuck the paper under it, and now I'm looking for a place for it to live. By the time that I do finish putting the journal ephemera in place, I end up moving some of it around. But this is going to be a journal card to specifically go behind the pocket that I made out of the purple envelope ephemera piece. And I added some of one of Cara's gingham pieces to the back of it. Now I've switched back to my tag, and I am rounding the corners of various pieces. I do have a corner rounder, but I seem to have misplaced it. So I am using my corner rounder on my envelope punch board. I'm trimming up different pieces to go onto the tag. It folds and it opens up. Cara's piece was going on the front, one of the gingham pieces. And then inside, I am using parts from one of DearJulieJulie's pages with some really cute little chicks and butterflies and florals. They're just such beautiful pieces, and thank you so much, ladies, for allowing me to take part in this collaboration. So I know I'm way behind posting my videos with the schedule. Here I'm gutting a book because my magazine I was using for glue pages was done, so I needed glue pages from a book. I had actually started to run out of my Elmer's glue stick, so I scraped it out with my palette knife and then stuck it in to the Dollar Tree small glue sticks and used it that way. Always, being frugal. So as I was saying, I really appreciate Julie and Cara for letting me take part in this. I'm way behind what the schedule was. I've had some really difficult things going on with my mom. She fell down and broke her wrist in February, and the place where she is for rehab has not been taking good care of her. I've had to write letters and contact various state agencies that make sure that these kind of places are taking care of their patients properly. All right, so I am putting some pieces onto DearJulieJulie's flinch card and adding various bits and pieces left from Cara and Julie's kits. Trying to figure out where to put them. I had specifically made this tag to fit behind that belly band. Next, I'm working on pockets to go inside the cover. I like to make sure I have large pockets inside my cover to keep extra items that are easily accessible. I'm using some of the leftover pieces from the previous days and pulling in both of those supplemental kits that Julie and Cara made. Cara actually made, I believe, 3, and I've used bits and pieces from all of them. This page came in a swap for a flow journal in February. I took the napkin off and used Yes Paste and scraped it on there with a palette knife. I wanted to make sure the whole piece was stuck down. I am adding one of the envelopes that I decorated for the first day, adding pockets because, can't have too many pockets. It's just not possible. I'm fixing a piece because the envelope flap is on one side of the page, making a piece to stick in there. Then when it flips over, it has more places to store more items. I have been saving these eggs from the day that I cut them out, and I knew I wanted to make a cute banner with them, so that is finally done. Now I'm looking to see what else I need and trying to use up as many of the scraps as I have. I did finish using up all of the pieces from the 5 days kits. I still have pieces left from the supplemental kits and the scrapbook paper kit that I used. And now I am getting ready to sew in the signature. So the voiceover is done. Okay, so this one signature journal has a wallpaper cover. Got all my pages ready to go. I poked my holes using this little guide. And first I use this little pokey tool, and then the awl. Poke, poke. Now, most likely this video will never see the light of day because my eyes are so bad that I'm sure my head is going to get in the way. But I'm first, okay, so I've got 5 holes. Here is the center hole. The other thing, the other reason that this may never show up to where anybody else could ever see it is I may have to use my chest as a prop to hold things in place. Hopefully not. We'll see how this goes. See, so here I am, and I'm wondering if my head is in the way. I have found that if I poke my holes while holding it this way, and also sew with it like this, it seems to be a lot easier to get the needle through all of the pages at once. Oh no, I think I got a knot. Oh, shoot. That was close. So this lovely wallpaper cover came from Bonnie. I have this, using wallpaper is an uncommon thing for me. There are many fun things that whoopsie. See, look. Okay. Whew. So Bonnie, thank you if you're watching this video. I really appreciate it. Anyhow, I have limited experience with wallpaper. And the pamphlet stitch is pretty new for me. I mean, I'd say two years, maybe. I don't know. I took when I was going back to take some studio classes before I could apply for the Master's in Art Therapy program, I had started a bookmaking class, but then my back got all messed up. That was back in 2016. And sorry, I'm concentrating and trying to talk at the same time. Okay, so here I gotta make sure that it comes up on the other side of the thread. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, a bookmaking class. And yeah, then I messed up my back. Ceramics. The bookmaking class wasn't too hard on my body, but the ceramics class was. And I was doing the wheel throwing. I was taking 4 studio classes that semester, and I didn't get to finish the semester. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Ta-da. Okay, that was way easier than I thought it would be. Anyhow, so in my bookmaking class, we did folios, which is when you have a paper and you fold it in half. I think this is the terminology. I probably still have my paper somewhere. So this would be a folio, and then this would be a folio, and this would be a folio. And when you put all the folios together and you sew them, it becomes a signature. So and then I think it was a Japanese style thing, and there was only one, and I think there was like 15 to 20 people in the class, and it had these, so it was like a cradle, some kind of Japanese cradle, something or other, and it had like 10, maybe 20 little pins that stuck up, and you would have to put each piece of paper that you were folding in half in there, and then it would poke the holes in there. And I can't remember, there was different kind of stitches we were learning, but I had to leave the class before it was done because my back got all messed up. Anyhow, so junk journals, you know, I guess is my replacement for formal education. So, all right, here we go. Now, I have finished pretty much all the ephemera. I think I've got everything decorated, and I have, like, this is still, I think it needs to be flattened some. And then I have to decorate the cover still. But I am going to go lay this under a very large book, let it flatten, and as I'm doing the flip through, I will start putting in the ephemera and then work on the front. I think I want to do a lace or ribbon closure, and then, you know, some kind of focal point on the front. And I might put some lace or fabric here on the spine. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But when I was, I mean, look, like the thickness. The ephemera makes it double in size. So I'm glad I didn't trim down the covers, because that comes to 6 inches. And I think 5.5 width is the largest, not including anything extra. When I was getting ready to put this together, I noticed I don't have a lot of lace edges, and I still have some lace left, so I have to add those in. But yeah, it's just about done. So hopefully I'll have a flip through for you soon. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.